What up there, bro? JT? What's happening, man? I got you, man. On your last video there, I'm sort of behind, man, because I'm trying to wait on some phone calls, and especially about my grandma and everything. I'm waiting on some news from her right now. But I done got kind of behind. But at any rate, man, I checked out your video up there about the where you had the conversation with the ministers of music and everything, man. And I didn't even bother to try to pull up the software that I normally use. I just decided I do use the YouTube online thing now. Um, First of all, man, I want to say, and like I said, I want to give shout out to all the rest of the family, Brother P.P. Drones and Brother Hardenclear, Justice and Big Papa, you know, Brother Elder Michael McCrae, Brother A.G. Praise, all ministers of music, man, and ministers of the gospel as well. And you know, I feel you, man, and on what you were saying about this here pay thing and playing for a paycheck, and I can't do that either, man. I mean, I've been told. Now believe it or not, I will never call names. I would never call names because I don't want to just I don't want to put nobody in a bad light. Because I can understand where they're coming from, just like you did. I can understand where they're coming from. I understand both sides of the spectrum. But I've been told I was told by some pastors. The people were so bad at this church, man. And I was really told by the pastors, look, get your check and go. Don't worry about it. Just throw something together and go. It was tempting, man. It was tempting. I got to be honest. It was tempting to do that because I know the pastor was right. The people could care less. They could care less. And he was right. But something within me, I take my music, man, serious. I mean, right now, man, I'm dealing with some issues right now about some music. Some people just wanted that, like I said, they don't ever get on fire for nothing until they want to get in front of a crowd or do a show. And then that's when they want to get up and jump up and do something. And I'm having a problem with that, man, because that's not my style. I believe in being prepared. I believe in being prepared. That's just me. And but like you said, man, in the time we're living in, where there's a less godliness involved in our church service, man, you can find in most of our churches now. I'm not saying this in all churches, but I know in most of the ones I go, you can see and find everything going on in there but Jesus. I mean, you got a form of godliness, like you said, they're a form of godliness, but they deny the power. I mean, you got people that just want to be in the choir. Some of them cannot sing A from B. And I had somebody to make a comment, and I know they were trying to, I believe they were trying to be a little smart, but I didn't even bother with it, man, because I mean, I know what I'm coming from. I'm not trying to put down anyone. And I'm not trying to be good at two shoes or anything, but I still believe that you should qualify for what you do. I don't care what nobody say. People that give you a negative comment, most of the time, those are the ones that can't sing. You know what I'm saying? That need to be in the kitchen cooking, or something like that. Everybody needs to be in their prospective places. That's what I say. So, about this, I mean, me in music, man, if I got paid for what and the service I give, if I say, you know what I mean, if you wanted to just put a price tag on it, they couldn't pay it. They couldn't pay it. I'm talking about for what you bring to the table. But you see, God gives. God gives. He freely we receive, freely we should give. And that is true. But the Bible says you don't muzzle the ox that tread out the corn. You let him eat what he wants. Because he's the one grinding the mill, man. He got the stone. He the one doing the work. It say a laborer is worthy of his hire. And if we go, people need to read scripture, man. If you go there to the court of Solomon, Solomon, it didn't say Solomon offered a meal to the one that came and played. No, they hired skillful. Now that's like bro P.P. Drawing said. I saw a comment where he said skillful. See, we said make a joyful noise, but yeah, it needs to be a skillful noise though. See, people think, well, God will understand. No, God ain't gonna understand nothing. God want it done the way He want it done. Period. People always tell you, well, the Lord will take what you. No. The Lord ain't gonna understand nothing. He said, make a joyful noise. Joyful. He said, and then let them play. He said the musicians were skillful. Those musicians that Solomon hired, they were skillful. They weren't just in somebody that had a keyboard on their back. They hit a couple of notes. They were skillful musicians, and they were employed by Solomon. So now, you got a lot of people feel that musicians shouldn't get paid. I disagree. I disagree with it 100%. Now, I do a lot of stuff. I'm like you. I do a lot of stuff for different organizations and people, and sometimes I refuse. But it's my choice. If I refuse to take anything, it's my choice. But for you to say a pastor, I don't care what pastor, I don't care who it is. I wish a pastor would come up to me and talk about I shouldn't get paid. When I got through talking to him, he would go somewhere and sit down. Because see, it's not about getting paid per se. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not that money posture, but it's what the word say. A laborer is worthy of his hire. So now, money shouldn't be my only motivator. See, that's what people don't realize about the Bible, man. They read one scripture, and then they based everything else off that one scripture. You see, they read that where he said, Jesus said, freely you have received, freely you give. That's true. I agree with that. Also, keep reading. Keep reading in that same context. If you will go and read what it said, a laborer is worthy of his hire. And you muzzle knocked out that traded out the corn. Man, that's Old Testament. What makes it so bad? That's Old Testament. That's old and new. I mean, it's common sense. Now, it says the love of money is the root of all evil. And I got to hear it wrong. The love of money. But see, we have said it, and we done put money, period. Money is not evil. It take money. If money was evil, Jesus would have never had a treasury. Because Jesus was not going to fool with no evil. So if money was evil, Jesus would have never had a treasury. But it's not money, it's the love of money. So in other words, if I do go to and play for X church or Y church or Z church, and if they don't have the funds available, and I mean they really not got to have the funds available, what would be my stance then? Will I cut the fool? Well, then I'm doing it for the love of money then. But if they really don't have the funds available, and I got to hurry, and I can say, well, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Because God's going to take care of us anyway. We know that. But it's the principle behind something. Man, I just had to come back with you on that. But now I got to get out of here to the studio. But I shall return momentarily. And we'll get back into some more of this here hard down talk. Brother JT, peace and out.